Greetings, fellow platformers. This is Wood Creation coming at you live from Coffin Island. For many of you who have been watching this, you already know what this deal is. This is my vampire land. For those of you who are new to the group, this is my platform that I've been working on for quite a few months now. I've been waiting on doing the resin, and I'm just getting around to it. To recap, before I get going with tonight's pour, to prep this thing, the very first thing I did is I coated the whole water area with Mod Podge. That created a seal, and then I painted over that with acrylic paints. That was 2 seal coats. Then I took some of the resin with a paintbrush, and then I painted a coat of resin on twice. The purpose of this was to seal the styrofoam because the resin will eat through the styrofoam. So essentially, any one of those 3 standing alone would be enough to seal this thing. I've done 3 coats of sealant and an additional resin pour paint on as 4th. So basically this thing really should not leak. So my last pour, I did initially, I put 1 gallon into this thing, and it's basically a 2-part pour. You've got your resin and your hardener. Mix them together. I just mixed them together in a big tub. And then this is my first time pouring this stuff, so this is all new to me. I took a couple of dabs of paint. I didn't take very much. Just enough to tint the resin. And I stirred that around real good. You can kind of see it starting to take color here. The resin that I got is crystal clear, so if you add a little bit of blue to it, it actually has given me a pretty good finish on this thing. So you stir in your resin, or stir in your paint into your resin. Now I've got blue resin. A couple of things that I've done, I had in my yard, because this is supposed to be an island, a desolate island someplace. I wanted some rocky shores, so I took your basic lava rock from the front yard, and once I poured my first layer of resin, I just dipped them in there. I also had the little tiny pebbles, as you can see from my previous post, that I put those as the background and underneath. So this has little tiny pebbles and then the big stones. I've also included my snake skeleton. The first pour, I just kind of stuck him in there, so he's still loose on top and on the back side. And then on the other side, this side hasn't been poured yet, but you're going to find a couple of dead bodies kind of hanging out in the water. Now, I guess when the vampires are done, they just throw them off the cliff and they wash up on shore. So, anyway, this is my second pour. Each one of these pours is a gallon. I had to buy 3 additional gallons. I'm hoping I can get away with 2 of them, but I bought the 3rd one just in case. One other thing that I did, you might not be able to see with the lighting here, because this is a vampire island, I wanted to create some blood in the water. So I took a couple of drops of red after I poured the initial resin in there, and I smeared it around a little bit, and it actually looks like oil, like when you put oil with water, how it separates. That's exactly what it looks like. So it kind of looks like the blood is thinning out through the water. So without further ado, this is my very first resin pour. You guys might have seen my pirates before. That was all a hot glue pour. This is all resin. So I'm going to give it a shot. I think with this pour, I'm going to be able to start shaping the water, shaping the waves. I'm going to give it a try. So basically, I'm going to pour just a little bit, and then I'm going to cut out, and if I can start shaping it, I'll start the video up again for that. Basically, just take the resin. This stuff is self-leveling, so you just pour it in there. Okay, I'm going to cut out here. I will catch up to you guys in a little bit.